Welcome to another edition of Training Homer. Today, Homer and I are going to show you part 2 of hold conditioning of what we're doing. At this point, Homer's been doing this for about 5 or 6 days, so he's getting pretty good at the dowel. So we're going to hopefully show you kind of when I feel like it's time to move on to the bumper. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we'll take the dowel like we used before. We'll turn Homer towards us here just a little bit so you can see. Just take the dowel, again, separate the lips, push in with your fingers, which will separate the teeth, and then just roll the dowel in. And he's pretty willing to hold it. Good boy, hold. And you can see at this point, I feel like I can move around a little bit, clap my hands, click my fingers. I can even, what I want to do now is I just want to take this dowel. I don't want to tap it. I just want to grab it and move it and make sure he's going to hold on to it as I move it. So hold. No. See, he let go of it there. Hold. Good boy. Good. Hold. Hold. Good boy. And now, I'll turn him towards you. Hopefully you can see. Drop. And he opens his mouth up and comes away from it. It's not a tug of war of me pulling it away. So, like I said, at this point, I feel like if I can move around him hold it, me move this a little bit, it's time to be done with this. He understands the command, okay? I don't want to walk out of the frame, but I can walk around the room, and he's going to sit here and hold it. I'm not going to leave him for long, maybe 15, 20 seconds. But he understands what hold means. And he understands he's supposed to hold this until I take it away, and he understands the drop command. So at this point, I'm just going to simply go to, this is just a fire hose bumper I got from Wild Rose Kennels. Lots of people make these fire hose bumpers. Make sure wherever you get it at that it's pretty firm. I've seen some recently, unfortunately at Cabela's, that was a Cabela's brand, that it was pretty sloppy. It wasn't like there was enough packing inside here. Again, Wild Rose Kennels sells them at wildrosetradingcompany.com. You can get them, and there probably are other places too. But great quality bumpers will last a long time for you. So again, this is the very first time you're gonna see me put a fire hose bumper in his mouth. He's had them before, obviously retrieving, but I'm gonna let him smell it for a second before I put it in, just so he knows what it is. Good boy. Hold. And this is something more natural for him to hold, so I'm hoping that he's going to hold it a little bit better than he did, obviously, the dowel in the beginning. His lip's a little bit stuck over here between his teeth, so I'm going to fix that. Good boy. Hold. Hold. And just here in the beginning, I'm not going to get away from him. It's something new. He may spit it out, and I don't want to let him fail. Good boy. Hold. I'm just going to hold onto it. Hold. Move him up and down a little bit. The table's moving on him some, so good boy. Hold. Good. So what I'll probably do for a day or so is just let him hold the bumper. From here, I'm going to put feathers on there, hold the feathers on there with some electrical tape, just so we can feel something familiar with the fire hose bumper and something a little bit new with the feathers. Good boy. Good boy. So you can see he'll just sit there and hold that for a long time. Drop. Good boy. No, drop it right as I want him to. So that's the next step for you. Move on to a fire hose type of bumper or some sort of a canvas bumper. I like the fire hose ones just because they seem to last longer and they're just a better bumper in general. One thing, or a couple of things I did not mention in the first video, once I start doing my hold conditioning, I do no retrieving. All retrieving stops until I'm done with this, okay? Because you don't want to work on hold conditioning now. You go out to the yard and you're throwing bumpers and he's bringing them back and dropping. You need to make sure this is absolutely perfect before you go onto it. The other thing, you want to make sure all the baby teeth are gone. That was a big oops on my part. So usually around 6 to 7 months is when all the baby teeth are going to be gone. The last baby teeth typically to go are the upper canines. So once those are gone, you're in good shape. Again, if you guys have questions about this, please post them on Facebook. I can go into a lot more detail with you just by answering, if I need to, or I can do another video to answer a question. But this is so important, guys. Don't rush through it. Take your time. Again, this is day 5 or 6 for Homer. He's doing great. There hasn't been any major corrections that have to happen. He's just learning as we go. So hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll post another one in 2 or 3 days. You'll see where Homer's at. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.